are you doing this morning? It's a beautiful, 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 beautiful morning because you and I are alive. This is Daily Truth with Dr. Ruth, and I am Dr. Ruth, Christ-centered coach and family systems specialist. I love to say I am Dr. Ruth, and I vow to tell you the truth and not a lie, because the greatest part of the word truth is Ruth, and that is me. I am she. How are you doing? I know that you are doing fantastically fantabulous, because this is the day that the Lord has made. And you, being a great leader, you already have an attitude of gratitude. You are rejoicing because you're like, wow, I'm here another day to carry out my destiny, to live my life on purpose and victory. And for that, I am ready to get going. But before you get going, let's talk about communication. We're continuing the subject. We can not get off that subject because there are so many ways to communicate. And most people in this day and time, or a great deal of people, do not know how to properly convey and or receive information. We live in a very clueless society, clueless in how to spark and continue relationships. And the number one way to do that is actually just talk. Just say something, even if that something is hi. You can do that with a smile, you can do that with words. Definitely do it with the tone of happiness. If you're going to speak, you can do it with a wave or a gesture, but just say hi. I was speaking with someone earlier this week, and I recall them saying to me, going in and out of college campuses, they see the young people walking around with headphones on their ears, their shoulders slumped in and kind of isolated, and with the body language that says, don't talk to me, don't look at me, I'm not here. And so, with that said, we don't want to be guilty of that, especially in our own households. Especially in our own households. So, today's message, we're going to talk about worth a dime. Ever heard the saying, you ain't worth a plum nickel? Or here's a dime because you ain't worth my time? Whoa, those were horrible, but those were statements that were said back in the 70s, and some people are still living out those words today. They are living out those words today. No, you may not say it verbally or use those words, but when you fail to spend time and communicate, talk to your family members, your household members, that is the message that you are sending non-verbally. You are saying that my job, my business, my congregants mean more to me than you do. Ouch. I know that was a strong message, but research bears witness to those facts. And I can guarantee you, I've done my homework. And if you'd like to talk about it, you can definitely send me a message at Dr. Ruth at drruthcharles.com, and I will sit with you online, on the phone, or in person if you're in Texas, and have a conversation with you about how you can learn to better spark communication in your household, in your relationships, in your family, and healthy communication, because all communication is not good communication, but it's rather better to have bad or poor communication than no communication at all. So, before we go any further, let's read our daily truth scripture. And it's found in Proverbs chapter 15, verse 27. And I, of course, will read it for the sake of time. I'm going to read that scripture from two different translations. In your own time, I want you to go and find to different translations and read that again for clarity. The scripture is Proverbs chapter 15, verse 27, and it reads, "Whoever is greedy for unjust gain troubles his own household, but he who hates bribes will live." I think I'm going to read three translations actually. Greed brings grief to the whole family. But those who hate bribes will live. Last translation. Whoever the greedy bring ruin to their households, but the one who hates bribes will live. In essence, don't be so quick to run and put making money ahead of having a good relationship with your family. And the number one way to have a good relationship with your family is to communicate, is to talk to one another. Have you ever heard the saying that a family that prays together stays together? Well, consider what prayer is. Prayer is talking to and communicating verbally with God. It's just having a conversation. And so, how much better would that conversation be if you included the entire family? Let's look at three of the five smooth stones that we've already gotten from this topic. The two that we've already discussed, and a third one that we observed in Proverbs chapter 15, verse 27. The first smooth stone that we observed last week in our broadcast about this topic was find something good to say. You should always have some pleasant word for those that you love. After all, that's your legacy. And what impression, what thumbprint are you putting on your legacy? What positive memories are you giving to your children that they will give to their children or your grandchildren? The second smooth stone that we observed in this particular topic from last week was, if you are angry for some reason, do not release words in anger to your family, to your life, your legacy. Go, cool down, and come back when you've had a chance to calm down. And then go back to number one. Find something good to say. Now, here's the third of five smooth stones that we observed in Proverbs chapter 15, verse 27, and talking about communication. Just talk, making sure that you treat your family, treat your family better than a dime or 10 million, if you will. Choose to be a wise steward with the money that you've already gained. So you won't be in a hurry. I got to get more. I got to get more. I work more hours to make more money. I get up earlier to make more money. I go to bed late. I go to bed late. I work. Where's your family in that? So choose to be wise with the money you make so that you can freely, without worry, without hindrance, take time to make sure you're treating your family better than those congregants, better than those people that work for you, better than those that work with you. After all, again, it's your life and legacy that's at stake. Well, have a wonderful day, great leader. I'm sure that you enjoyed this message, and I'm sure that you learned some things from it. Again, join us next time as we continue this topic right here on Daily Truth with Dr. Ruth. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Thank you again for joining me for another episode of your Daily Truth with Dr. Ruth. If you like what you've heard, please make sure you like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and leave a comment on other social media platforms. Share with a friend, a neighbor, a coworker that can really utilize the information that has been taught here today. For more information or a free consultation, or if you just need counseling or coaching or someone to talk to, reach out to me at Dr. Ruth at drruthcharles.com. That's DRRUTH at DRRUTHCHARLES.com. If you want a community of like-minded people that you can join in with that would understand you and you can offer solutions to them, feel free to join our Leader Live Leadership Facebook group. Again, that's Leader Live Leadership Facebook group. I'm looking forward to being with you on another episode. Until then, have a blessed and wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.